Hello, everybody. Joe Bag of Donuts here, and welcome back for another episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue, where last time we left off was a little bit ago, because I'll be honest, I wasn't feeling well last week. Like, at all. Most days I came home from work and went right to sleep, and then yesterday, once I was finally feeling better, I had a canker sore in my tongue, because I bit it in my sleep like a fucking dumbass, and it was not conductive to speaking out loud because it was right at the tip of my tongue. So essentially, no matter what consonant, mostly consonants, yeah, whatever syllable, there we go, that's what I was looking for, syllable I was trying to pronounce, it would like hit the tip of my teeth and be like, yeah, that's not good. So I didn't record yesterday, and now it's like 7:30 p.m. because I was kind of in a bit of a malaise today, you know. At that point where, yeah, I'm feeling better, but also I'm just kind of a little woo-hoo, a little out of it. So hopefully that won't affect my commentary too much, or my brain power. Fortunately, it looks like we're still in the prologue. I don't think we get out of it until the next calendar day in-game. And even after that, from my understanding, Summer Pockets goes off of a kind of map-based system. So instead of, well, I'm sure you can get some heroine affection points through dialogue, but most of it is just straightforward. Yep, go to the map, click on whatever character you want to hang out with, and then get the scene and acquire points, and then eventually, you know, I don't know where the divergence point will be, if it's one of those games where once you know, quote-unquote, complete the heroine's prologue, you then branch off, or if it's something where you go through the whole common route, and then once it's done, it calculates, okay, who have you hung out with the most? Sure, let's do that route. So, we'll play and see. Play by ear. Oh. And then I'll go to bed right after this, because I got work tomorrow. And sorry that this video is going to be coming up like Monday morning, but I still, actually, you know what? Fuck it. No, it's not going to come up Monday morning. It's going to come up right after I'm done recording this, so it'll probably be up around 10 p.m. Eastern, you know. At least give the people on the West Coast a chance to watch it. Sorry, East and Central and Mountain people. You just are unlucky this time. I was trying to think of something to say, but I'm like, nah, all that stuff is too mean, especially because I'm also Eastern Standard Time right now, so I don't want to be dissing myself. Anyway, wow, that was actually a really short prologue that I normally do for my videos. So let's hop right into it, shall we? It was only 7 in the morning. I woke up a bit early. At home, I always found myself an excuse to stay up late at night, but here, there's nothing to do but sleep. Oh, don't yawn. Please don't yawn. I'm actually tired. What am I? Some regular healthy person? I guess it's not a bad thing, huh? Stomp, stomp, stomp. Got a fucking elephant inside? I heard footsteps outside. Someone was running around to the living room. Oh, what's all the ruckus? Uzumi-chan. We're gonna go right at the crack of dawn, huh?
今日からあれなんですよ、あれ。遅れる。
She was bolting around the room like mad. What's starting?
ラジオ体操。
Ah, radio calisthenics, huh? Everywhere's got their own version.
高原さんは行かないんですか?
I mean, everywhere that's within Japan, I guess, because that's a very specific thing to that location. I think there's probably some places that do it too, but from my, you know, forays into different cultures through media, it's really, I've only ever seen it as a Japanese thing. I'll probably get a comment saying, well, actually, it's relatively common in East Asia. If you go down to, you know, Vietnam, it's also fairly popular. And it's like, okay, you know what I meant. Nope.
そうですか。 か。ここだけの話、皆勤賞を取ると素敵な景品がもらえるんですよ。
Prize, you say? Huge prize? It's probably just some hot spring bath salts or some bear statue or whatever.
近いかも。
I am?
その2つを合わせたものです。
What? Combination of the two. I gave it some thought. Bear-shaped bath salts?
一体何ですかそれは。
A hot spring statue?
それも想像できません。違いますよ。クマが出るので誰も入れない秘湯の素です。
Oh. What kind of hot spring is that? It's actually made me a little curious.
朝ごはんは作ってあるんで。
Oh, thanks.
ちゃんと片付けておいてくださいね。
Breakfast was left on the table. It was even wrapped up in everything. She's really got it together, that one. However, it was fried rice. I ate breakfast alone. The cicadas were already in full force, with the sun not far behind. Don't worry, bud. Sometimes in life, you get to the point where all your meals are had alone. You get used to it. How their scorcher looks like. Good morning.
おはよう。ハイリ君は体操行かないんだ。
No thanks. She looked surprised, which in turn surprised me. Isn't that something only grade schoolers go to?
そうかな。ハイリ君と同じくらいの子たちもだいたい参加してるよ。
They do? Well, maybe. I should give it some thought. You're always up bright and early, I've noticed.
私朝方だから。
And now that you mention it, you do tend to be in bed fairly early,
そ
too.
うそう。漁師さんみたいな生活してるよ。
Not a bad thing. I actually, for a while there, I was going to bed at like, 7 p.m., waking up at like 4. It was great. I like having that little bit of extra time in the morning to do my stuff. You know, kind of relax a little, so that way it's not just the hop in the shower, get dressed, go to work, you know, all in one go without having time to breathe. But you know, with my current workload, I need to be doing a lot of stuff after class, so that it kind of pushes me into the evening, and then it's like, oh, I got to do this, and then boom, before you know it, it's like 10 o'clock, and it's like, well, at least I'll get like 7 to 8 hours of sleep, not the time I wake up. I still wake up at like 6. I can't contain my curiosity. Kyoko-san, how old are you?
いくつだと思う？
Yeah, 25. Let's flatter her. 25's a good one to guess. Now, not grand, don't got any crow's feet. 45 is a bit much. Around 25. She went red.
またからかっても何にも出ないんだから。
Oh, she's loving this.
まったくこれあげる。
She held out a wooden carving of a fish?
あげる。
Well, thank you very much. Okay. Now then, where to today? I brought the cub to the road and started the engine. Huh? Oh, it wouldn't turn over. Here we go again. What's wrong? Not feeling too good? Look at this weather, though. It's perfect for some
ど
touring.
うしたんですか？
Oh, hey. Welcome back.
ただいまです。
Looks like she's back from radio
何
calisthenics.
か話してましたね。
Ah,
独り言ですか？
no, to the bike. No, to this girl here.
バイクと喋ってたんですか？
It's a guy thing, don't worry about it. No, that's not what I meant. That was, in fact, what I meant. It's the girl standing in front of the bike.
いないですよ。また変なこと言わないでください。
Suddenly, The engine started all on its
う
own
わ、いきなり
and then immediately cut out.
やっぱり誰かいるんですか？
Of course not. Don't worry.
そうですか。
Ubi-chan hurried inside with a nervous look on her face. What'd she get up to all day? To be fair, I wasn't confident I could answer that same question myself.
エンジンかからない？
I did once, but it's done for now. Have you looked at the spark plugs? I have no idea how it even
修
happens.
理できる人いたかな？
Maybe the carburetor? Is there no auto shop around here?
あったと思うけど、今閉めてたと思うよ。
Which means...
船に乗せて島の外に行かないとダメだね。
I see. That sounds like a bit of a pain.
あ、加納くんができたんじゃないかな。
Kano, as in a table tennis
卓
lunatic.
球やろうとか呼ばないの。
Even if it's true. Sorry.
以前うちで自転車を修理してくれたことがあるんだよ。
Ah,
バイクも大丈夫じゃないかな。
there's a bit of a jump there in complexity, but
頼んでみたら？
you know, you might just be a gearhead. All right. Wait, where can I find this guy? In that shack? I have to wheel this thing all the way up that mountain? Well, whatever, I guess. Not like I got anything better to do anyway. Oh, this was a bad idea. Immediately regretted my decision. As one would expect, pushing a bike up a mountain turned to be pretty rough. I sat down on a nearby rock for a breather.
どうした？
Tenzin came walking up the
こん
hill.
なところでバイクなんか押して。
Well. Tenzin eyed the cub with a contemplative look on his face.
そいつを貸してくれ。
Did you notice it was broken? He took the cup from my hands and began pushing it up the hill.
これは。
Ah,
すごい。これはすごいぞ。
it is? What is? Thanks for bringing it up here for
こ
me.
ちらこそ礼を言おう。いい特訓になった。できたら明日もまた付き合わせてくれ。この特訓に。
I'm not training.
そうなのか。特訓でもないのになんでまたそんなものを山で押しているんだ。
The engine wouldn't start. Yoko-san said you might be able to fix it.
うちは修理屋だからな。
Oh,
ただ、親父はちょっと腰を悪くして店を閉めているんだ。
well, that explains that.
俺でも大丈夫だぞ。
Oh, thank
し
God.
かし、別にここまで運んでこなくても俺を呼んで
You don't
く
got
れ
your
れば
number,
い
dude.
いだろうに。
This is true. Why did I come all this way?
変わったやつだ。
Now set the pot to the kettle. You finished the repairs in just 30 minutes. Oh, thanks. How much do I owe
い
you?
いさ、大事に使ってやってくれ。
Oh, thanks. Is this a place where you always hang out at?
まあな、2日に一度は風呂に入りに帰るけどな。
Let's make that every day from now on, especially in the summer, okay? I slept here?
興味があったら訪ねてくれ。良一もよく来る。
To do what?
さあな、暇なんだろう。
I'll leave your little love shack to you two guys, okay? Oh, God, is it hot? Cicadas filled the summer air as I trudged along, shoulders slumped in resignation to the heat. Wasn't able to ride the newly fixed Cub. Not for any particularly special reason or anything. I just forgot to bring my helmet. That's all. Riding without a helmet is definitely out of the question. Safety first, always. Tenzin would bring it by the house later. No, really. Pulling that thing through the mountains would suck. I'll go grab my helmet.
特訓だ。
Okay then. I decided to shut up and take his offer. Anne's got a train. Anyway, sheesh, it's hot. Endlessly blazing sun sapped me of my strength. I was pretty dang thirsty, but I don't recall there being any handy-dandy vending machines. It's not like we're cut off from society or anything. There must be something, somewhere. I continued my wandering. Before long, I happened upon the answer to my prayers. What interested me more, however, was the building behind the vending machine in question. Is this a store? It had no signboard, nor any discernible name. The only hint as to its nature were the sliding glass doors, and the multiple plugged-in refrigerators and vending machines. They were left open, as if welcoming any and all to pass on through. I timidly peeked inside. Inside the dimly lit shop, I could see an extensive collection of snacks and sweets. Ah, a candy store, huh? A messy, yet somehow organized assortment of sweets lined the shelves. On top of the classic Kabayaki Samatoro, Umaibo, and Benbai Star Ramen. They also had the kind of food that straddled the line between a snack and a side dish, like sukonbu, sour squid, sakura radishes, plum jam, fruit mochi, yogurt, mini pancake skewers, kinakubo, neri candy, Miki water. There were even quite a few things I'd never seen before. I recognize some of those, but not all of them. If you showed them to me, I'd probably be able to go, oh yeah, I know what that is. Oh, this is crazy. I've seen snack collections like this in supermarkets and shopping malls, but those selections felt more like they were only there as an afterthought, unlike the sweets here. This really makes me appreciate the history and dignity of snack foods.
いらっしゃい。
Eh? Suddenly heard a voice from inside the shop. It was an old lady who looked to be most likely the
今
owner.
日は暑いね。
Yeah, I suppose so.
かき氷食うかの。
What?
かき氷。
I'm not actually that big a fan of shaved ice. Just kind of one of those things where like the top is like just soaks off all the syrup and then the bottom is just ice. Sure, please.
100万円。
Coming right up. This has to be one of those country town gags I heard so much about. Here you are. Took out a single 100 yen coin from my wallet and gave it to the old lady.
99万9900円足りんの。
What? Million yen thing was for real?
冗談ぜよ。
I never expected a follow-up. I made light of country jokes, and country jokes
い
won.
ちご、メロン、レモン、ブルーハワイ。どれがいいかの。
Oh, if it's shaved ice, it's gotta be blue Hawaii. Yeah, blue Hawaii, please.
実はどれも同じ味じゃがの。
Ugh. She had a whole third stage ready and waiting. Wait, is that actually true? Are the colors really only the only thing that's different? The old lady pulled a chunk of ice out of the freezer in the front of the store. I mean, depending on the quality of the syrup, maybe. But there's definitely a difference between like the flavor syrups. I know for a fact because back when I was in high school, I worked at this camping supply store that was also at a summer camp. Entirely separate things, but because it was at the summer camp, we had a slushie machine and we had a little snack counter, and I spent days upon days sitting there and making slushies and drinking them on the side, and I got fat that summer because I would just fill up like a Gatorade bottle with the slush, and I'd have like multiple of those a shift, and I worked like multiple days a week. So when it came time to get ready to go back to school, I'm like, ooh, I gotta do something about this. But anyway, depending on the syrup manufacturer, there is difference in the flavor. It just depends on, how much the the proprietor, not the proprietor, I mean, maybe, is that the right word? Anyway, the store owner wants to shell out for their syrup. Then place it on large ice shave then place it in the large ice shaver back inside. Is that manual?
これが一番美味しくできるでの。
She turned the lever and started shaving the ice. The sound of grinding ice filled the shop. Simply hearing it somehow cooled me off.
ブルーハワイだったの。
The old lady poured a generous amount of blue syrup. Is that really 100 yen? I mean, yeah, it's just ice, and you can... As far as, like, the manufacturer's concerned, that entire, like, jug, like a gallon jug of syrup probably cost them, like, fucking 5 cents to make.
あ？少なかったかの。
No, I was thinking more the opposite. Full of shaved ice was piled high enough to the point that the term large wouldn't do it
そっ
justice.
ちの座敷で食べるとええよ。
That room?
扇風機があるから涼しいでの。
She then disappeared into the back. Well, I guess I'll take you up on that. I took off my shoes, slid the door open. Woo! We did it! This sure is a VN. And met eyes with an underwear-clad owl. The wind chimes hanging on the eaves of the house chimed harmoniously. Her face turned redder and redder by the second. An instant faster than now, my scream pierced the air. Along with the amount of shaved ice, blue wine flavor that went flying from my hands. Straight at Owl. Yeah?
どういうことかしら？
Oh, what do you mean? Not really sure I want to. Ao towered over me, her arms folded expectantly in front of her voluptuous chest. Really had to point that out, huh? Meanwhile, I sat on my heels beneath her. As a show of sincerity, considering I was kind of in the wrong here, the old lady who recommended I eat inside was nowhere to be seen. It was an accident.
へえ。着替え中の女の子がいる部屋の扉を勝手に開けて、いきなりかき氷をぶっかけるのが事故と。
Okay, yeah, getting hit with the shaved ice is something I'd be a little upset about, because that's just like straight corn syrup. You'd be sticky as fuck. No, that's not exactly right.
何がどう違うのかしら？
The shaved ice was, you know, I was surprised.
驚くのはわかるわ。扉を開けたらそこには下着姿の女の子。そりゃあ驚くわよね。
Yeah, you get it, you get it. So I thought to myself, I gotta cover up with something.
なるほど。
Yes, it was all to protect your dignity.
それはあれね。紳士的ってやつね。ってなんだそりゃあ！
I was really pissed off. Royally. That too. More importantly, why were you nothing but your underwear inside a candy store? And I'm gonna assume this is like her grandparents' house or something. You know, that sort of thing?
あんた絶対反省してないでしょ。
I mean, not really, no. I mean, there's nothing really for him to be too sorry about, except for throwing the shaved ice at you. That's kind of his bad, but that whole situation there was entirely unavoidable. Of course I am. I just want to confirm the circumstances is all. I might not be the one at fault here, you see.
絶対に反省してないわ。あん
Oh, sure I do.
た。ここ、私のバイト先。
Oh, okay.
着替えてた。そしたら、あんたが入ってきた。OK？
Capiche. It has been determined that I am indeed the one at
っ
fault.
ていうかさ、あんた 私よりも先に大きな悲鳴上げてたわよね。あれ何？見られた私よりあんたの方がショックを受けてたみたいじゃない。
Look, it just like fried his brain. Well, I honestly was. I go to an all-boys school.
ね？
I have zero comfort around girls who show a lot of skin.
人を知女みたいに言わないでもらえる？
Sorry, that was rude of me. So, that in mind. About that shaved ice. About that shaved ice.
は？かき氷？
Yeah, I dropped it before you could have any. Can I get another one? Yeah, could I get another bowl, please? Can I get a new bowl, please?
なんでよ。
Because I never got to eat that one.
あんたね。
The whole reason I got it was because I was thirsty. Please.
はあ、しょうがないわね。100万円よ。
I took a single 100 yen coin in my wallet and gave it to her.
99万9900円足りないわよ。
Is that the store's catchphrase or
お
something?
約束よ。いちごメロンレモンブルーハワイ。どれがいい？
Blue Hawaii.
実はどれも同じ味だけどね。
Is that also part of the package?
流れってあるでしょ？あと同じ味なのは本当だから。
No way.
着色料と香料で違いを出しているだけで味は一緒。
All those old memories of racking my brain over which flavor to pick at the festival
今
booths.
作ってきてあげるからちょっと待ってて。
I could see the scent being different, it being enough to trick someone with such a subtle flavor and difference. I grabbed a block of ice from the freezer and began grinding it in the shaver like the old lady did before. She came back with a pile of shaved ice, with wine
お
flavor.
待たせ。はい、
Thanks.
練乳かける？
No thanks. I feel like condensed milk on top of blue Hawaii would end up looking pretty
本
weird.
当は10円増しだけど初回だからサービスするわ。
Oh, then lay it on me.
植物的ね。まあいいわ。ちょっと待ってね。
She uncapped the tube and squeezed it over my eyes.
あれ？なんか硬くて。
It's probably been sitting for a while, huh? Don't get it on yourself.
おかしいわね。先が固まって詰まってるのかしら。
Need some help?
以上。
She squeezed harder and harder until the tube exploded.
やだ、顔がベトベト。
Yeah, condensed milk is definitely really sticky. Also, maybe a little too much stimulation for this young boy here. Once again, I sent the mound of shaved ice, blue Hawaii flavor, flying from my hands. Straight it out.
ねえ、なんで？
I'm not really sure how to... Once again, Al towered over me, arms folded expectantly in front of her voluptuous chest. And yep, I was indeed sitting below her. Good old Seiza style, that would fucking destroy my legs. As a show of sincerity, considering I was really kind of in the wrong ear. Because it was hot.
へえ。
And your milk-covered face was just so erotic. Thought I had to cover it with something.
なるほど。それはやっぱあれね。
Mm-hmm.
紳士的ってやつね。ってなわけあるか！
I was quite beside herself with rage. Now that it's come to this, I've got no choice but to get all Hammurabi up in here. Dump some on me.
は？何それ？意味わかんないんだけど。
Like, an eye for an eye. Thought maybe that would make us even.
そうくる？そうきちゃうんだ。
Yeah.
いいわ。ぶっかけてあげる。
Without syrup, please. That would be a waste.
わかったわ。
Also, it would be really sticky.
その分氷多めにしてあげる。
You You are doing me no kindness with that favor. I returned with an actual literal amount of shaved ice in her hands. Isn't that a bit too much?
サービスよ。
Like I said, whatever this is, it sure isn't kindness.
それじゃ行くわよ。覚悟はいい？
Hit me with all you've
せ
got.
ーの。
Whoa! I screamed out the top of my lungs at the piercing cold. I feel that was a pretty good read. Ao, however, found hysterical humor in my condition. In return, I scooped a handful of the shaved ice off my body and chucked it back at her. That's what you get for having so much midriff exposed.
なんで？どうして？
Because it turned out to be a lot colder than I thought it would be.
こんなどこがいいわよ。
This time, I was the one who chucked shave ice at me. Woo! I returned fire.
あんた絶対反省してない。何が目には目をよ。
Whoa, my eyes! Woo! Yeah, I'm trying to get my voice louder and like get it to crack, but it just can't. That was horrible. The vicious cycle went on until every bit of ice was completely melted, leaving me with nothing but a sopping wet t-shirt. The cloths clung obnoxiously to my skin. Maybe I should try it when the sun's still high. I shipped off my shirt and hung it on a nearby branch. In this sun, it'll dry in no time at... The next moment, something split the air beside my ear. Eee! No way, who's that? I surveyed my surroundings. A voice echoed from the tower's speakers a little distance away.
そこの露出狂。海水浴場以外で服を脱ぐのは禁止されている。速やかに服を着ろ。
She saw me again? The next shot bore a hole in the dirt at my
次
feet.
は当てる。
I'm putting it back on. On it goes. I frantically wormed my way into my shirt and left. Ugh. Should probably be fine this far out. I plunged down a mouthful of water from my water bottle. Whew. At the dock straight ahead, I saw the ferry just arrive. Several tourists, pulling along large suitcases, came walking my
あ
way.
の
As they passed by, some of the tourists called out to me. There was a group of two women.
鳥白島まんじゅうってどこで売ってるんですか？
Sorry, I'm new here. Torishirojima Manchu? Sorry, I'm not really
そ
sure.
うなんですか。すいません。
No worries. Seems like I was mistaken for a local. Not gonna be further from the truth, though. Before coming here, there wasn't a single person on this island that I knew. Putting it that way made me feel kind of strange. It's like I almost felt reborn. Heidi. Huh? For a moment, I felt like someone called my name in a familiar voice. But I don't know anyone on this island. Or I shouldn't, at least. I spun around. Hello! A young girl sat on a suitcase enjoying the wind. Wearing all black in this heat, bitch, you are crazy. Especially someone who also has pretty dark hair. My hair's not jet black, but it's like super dark brown where it almost looks black, but if you look at it in the light, it's kind of got like a mahogany tint to it, you know, that kind of reddish brown. But anyway, my head fucking cooks in the summer. And you're wearing all black on top of that, you are crazy. Was she the one who said my name?
ハイリー。
Oh, so it was. I took a closer look at her face. I didn't recognize her. How do you know?
さっきそう呼ばれていたから。
Ah. So she heard me talking to someone. And that's how she knew. Still, I'd rather she didn't just randomly call out my name out of nowhere. The girl looked at me with a bright grin. She was nimbly perched on top of a suitcase, presumably for a short break. She's not a local, I take it? Maybe a tourist? Is something wrong?
疲れちゃって。
Well, it sure is hot, huh? She continued watching me from atop her suitcase.
ねえね
Oh, she beckoned me over. Yeah? What is it? I nervously inched
え、
over.
スーツケースを押すの手伝ってくれないかな。
What? Guess she just got here? Did look awfully heavy for just one girl. That's quite the request to make of a stranger, though. She must be exhausted. Well, I don't mind, I guess.
ありがとう。福島かもめ。
は？
私の名前、こっちだけ知ってるのも変でしょ？
Yeah, real suspicious even. Kumishima Kamome. That's kind of a tricky one there. I don't like the mouthfeel of Kamome. It's kind of a tongue twister. Kamome.
小さい絵をつけて呼ばないでほしい。
But like, Kamome means gull, so I can't help
な
it.
んで？
Because they go caw caw all the time.
それはウミネコね。
Umineko, Umineko, I heard it! Umineko reference! Without love, it cannot be seen. What do gulls sound like?
ふぎゃー、ふぎゃーみたいな。
I can see what she means. No, I can picture it.
変なものを見るみたいに見ないでほしい。カモメの鳴き声って難しいんだよ。
What kind of noises are those?
ふにゃーみたいな。
That was actually good.
もういいでしょ。何度やらせるの？
If you told me you were making a bird call and asked me to guess, I might have been able to guess seagull based off that. Sorry. So, where am I taking this
近
suitcase?
くまで。
Not too far, she says. I've never heard of any place called Not Too Far. I guess that's fine. But can you get off?
私ごとお願い。
What? She looked at me with the most innocent, carefree smile in the
疲
world.
れちゃって。
Buddy, you are a better man than I if you're doing this. For whatever reason, I found myself pushing along a girl-laden, or rather, should I say, gull-laden suitcase. It wasn't all that heavy, but I'd make sure to keep it steady so Kamome wouldn't fall off.
警戒警戒。
Oh, someone looks happy. Oh, quite the princess, aren't we?
バランスとって座ってるのも結構大変なんだよ。やってみる？
Yeah. I couldn't deny my curiosity.
どうぞ。
Kamame hopped off the suitcase. I wonder how this will feel. Huh. I carefully pulled myself on. It's definitely not impossible, but it does take some
じ
balancing.
ゃあ押すよ。よいしょ。よいしょ。
Didn't know the, skull pin up there, hairpin. I was about to call it a Davy Crockett, but I'm like, no, that's the pioneer and asshole who died at the Alamo, and also the recoilless nuclear fucking infantry weapon that the U.S. developed in the 50s. No, Jolly Roger, that's what it is. Whoa! Each little bump and shake felt like it would be my
私
last.
の苦労が分かったか。安納と乗ってるだけじゃないのだぞ。
Why do you need to be on this thing? Both pushing and riding are
ニン
exhausting.
ニンってやつだね。
The exact opposite, actually. But I could see myself getting better at this once I got used to it. I guess it's kind of fun in the same way you'd find a balance ball fun to play with.
ところで提案しておいてなんだけど、もう疲れたよ。
Sorry, just a bit more. I feel like I almost got the hang of it. Once again, I found myself doing the pushing. The paved road made things pretty easy. Yeah, but the issue with suitcases have such tiny wheels that even little bumps in the road like that cause them to rock and shake. Kamome lazily peered up at the sky. She hummed a little tune to herself while swinging her slender legs back and forth. What was that song called again? I feel like I've heard it somewhere
ミ
before.
ディアン・シャーロットのリズ。
Well, the name sounded vaguely familiar. Oh, that's an old one.
結構昔に流行ったの。
Oh yeah?
見て、下り坂だよ。
Slope up or down? Should probably get off for a bit. It could be dangerous.
よーし、一丁滑ってみるよ。
What? Are we just gonna jackass it? Alright. I'm gonna go down that like this? Oh, that's seriously dangerous.
大丈夫、大丈
It most definitely is a thing. Hey! Before I could do anything to stop her, she started down the hill. Oh, this girl's out of her mind. I legged it after her.
夫。おお、これはバランスが要求されますよ。
She skillfully turned along with the bending road. How does a suitcase even do that? Look in front! The suitcase picked up speed. The curve ahead got sharper and sharper. She couldn't make the angle on a suitcase.
大丈夫。
Nothing would happen to have any brakes, would it?
ついてない。
What are you gonna do?
強行突破。
Just dig your heels in? Brute force! The suitcase slipped right through the gap between the guardrails at max speed. The girl on top was flung into the air. On the other side of the cables lay the ocean. The two were ejected straight into it like confetti out of a party popper. In that moment, the girl miraculously grew a pair of wings and soared high into the sky. As if she fell into the sea. Look, we don't need any more fucking girls trapped up in the sky, okay? Already getting enough deja vu with a big Summer Key visual novel. What? I stood there, dumbfounded at the pure absurdity of it all. Hey! There's no time for hesitation. I leaned forward in preparation to dive into the water. Upon seeing the undulating surface of the water below me, my resolve wavered. However, there was no time for hesitation. I heard the sound of a buzzer somewhere in the distance. I took that as my starting signal, my beginning. Oh, what a shame. Nothing began, not a thing. On the contrary, it ended. Everything ended back then. My body disobeyed my commands as the coldness of the water seeped into my heart. My sins pulled me down, deeper, deeper, towards my final resting place at the bottom of the ocean. I will never float again. Never again. Someone grabbed my arm. Small, warm hand. How warm hands are, even underwater, or something. Where? I was clinging onto a suitcase floating on the surface of the water. Hanging onto it with me was a girl grinning ear to ear.
大丈夫。
Somehow?
もう何しに飛び込んできたの？
I have nothing to say for myself.
でもありがとう。
は？
泳げないのに飛び込んでくれたんだね。
Yeah, it was really stupid. I guess. I can swim just fine. It's just... Oh, whatever. Well, the suitcase really is something. Even with the two of us weighing it down, it floated like no one's business. What's it made of?
特注だからね。
Custom made? On closer examination, I noticed a bunch of stickers pasted on the outside. This cat.
ヒゲネコ団のシンボルだよ。
Okay, yeah, that cleared up everything. Wiscaneers. The name kind of rang a bell. I've seen it before, a long time ago. I remember this picture too, so maybe that's why it stuck out to me. It was probably in an anime or something way back. She beamed at me like she was having the time of her life, all soaked to the skin, and clinging to a floating suitcase in the middle of the ocean. Made me a bit bubbly inside, too.
やれやれびしょ濡れだ。
I was surprised the water was that deep so fast right off the coast here, because I mean, looking at the slope of the mountain, it comes like right down into the water. It's not like we're... I don't see a lot of human engineer going to like, oh, let's, you know, stick out the road into the water so that way there is room to pass, and, you know, it's artificially further out than it would normally be on the shore. So, like, that's a pretty intense drop off for probably like 5 feet from the shore. Gosh, we're totally drenched. She said that we are. Kamame shrugged off her mantle and started wringing the water out of it. Then the gaps between her soaked clothing, I caught a glimpse of her underwear. I hastily averted my eyes. I gazed at the sky. Oh, how blue it was. I mean, not the underwear. Though I got the feeling that the underwear was too. Cease, Takahara Hairi. What's so great about underwear? Underwear. Blue underwear. White clouds.
空がどうかしたの？
Kamame moved next to me and looked up, all confused. I was just thinking about how blue it was.
本当。青いね。
Blue. We continued to stare blankly at the sky. And now it was a vibrant red. Fortunately, we couldn't dry our clothes completely.
帰るね。手伝ってくれてありがとう。
You don't need me to walk you?
あとは少しだから。
All right.
バイ。
Adios. She ever so slowly strolled away. Every so often, she'd turn around to wave at me. The clattering of the suitcase faded into the distance. Man, she was pretty dang buddy-buddy for her first time meeting. She even managed to get me doing the same. Have I met her somewhere before? Yeah, no way. Still, though, that girl was out of her mind. If she's staying on this island as well, then we'll probably end up bumping into each other again. In which case, I'm liable to end up dancing to her tune again. I just had a feeling. Achoo! I had my shirt off since it felt too heavy and gross to wear. Should probably put it back on soon. Oh. I bumped into Ryuichi. As always, he was topless for some nonsensical reason. He flashed a grin upon seeing me. Or to be more accurate, upon seeing the state I was in. Keep your eyes to yourself.
結局そういうことか。
You can keep your smiles too.
今度ゆっくりとな。
Of what?
おいそこの二人、お前ら何度言ったらわかるんだ。往来を裸でうろつくな。
It's so hot though. Get. A glass of water whizzed through the air around us. That thing reaches all the way over here. So what is that hydra or whatever thing made of? Whatever it is choking me. Oh, coffee.
逃げるぞ。
Yeah.
そこの二人、止まれ。
Ah! Why does this always happen to me?
はいよ。好きだということだな。
It's not, thanks. I was drop dead tired. Ah, the Cub's back. Zen, that guy. He actually pushed the bike all the way back here from the mountain. After giving my partner some hefty pats, I started to go inside before stopping in my tracks. Can I just go in like this? I feel like I might scare the daylights out of Umi-chan again. Be a little weird to head inside half naked, but I look down at the sopping wet shirt in my hands. Oh, what should I do? I mean, you're just gonna have to go in, you know, with it all hanging out, my guy. You're just gonna take it off immediately.
おかえりなさい。
I'm home.
ご飯もうできてますよ。
Alright, I'm
手
starved.
洗ってくださいね。
This fried rice sure is
そう
delicious.
ですか？ちょっと高原さん、乳首にご飯粒ついてますよ。
Ah,
み
thanks.
っともないな。って何言わせるんですか？
Yeah,
気
ew.
持ち悪い。すごい自然に乳首に手を伸ばしてお米取ろうとしちゃいましたよ。
At least you didn't eat it. Oh, you.
変な声出さないでください。そもそもなんで裸なんですか？
Pretty late to the game there,
あん
Umi-chan.
まり違和感なかったから見過ごしちゃいました。
I just kind of fell into the ocean a bit.
何してたらちょっと海に落ちるんですか？
Yeah, just a little. Oh, good question. We were riding this suitcase.
もういい年して子供なんですね。
So, Umi-chan, So it was like this thing, you know this guy? He's called Bam Margera. And there's this other guy named Steve-O. Sorry. There was a live baseball game on TV. Kyoko-san watched idly. Which team you rooting for?
赤い負けてる方。
I kinda get
こ
that.
こまで圧倒的な強さでペナントを独走するレッドマシンがここに来て最下位のシースターズに苦しめられています。
Kyoko-san nodded lightly at the announcer's
やっぱ
words.
り青い方を応援しよう。
Yep.
高原さん、高原さ
Huh? Me?
ん、この家に高原さん以外どこに高原さんがいるんですか？
I mean, there might be. I guess not.
今日は先お風呂入ってください。
Like
私
if,
が
like
沸
if
かし
his
てお
mom
きま
was
した
visiting
か
or
ら。
something, but. Is that alright?
いいのって体ベタベタして気持ち
Yeah, you're
悪く
covered in
ない
like
ですか？
sweat and like seawater. You're probably like a little gritty. That's right. I never washed up after that fall. I forgot all about that.
も
Okay, I'll hop in
う
first.
はーい。
Ooh. I poured water over my body, sticky with seawater. Even if it was an emergency, to think that I would go and get myself drowned. Pathetic. Should probably avoid going near the ocean. Though, seeing as I'm on the island, I suppose that's not really possible. Why? Why did I come here again? I was called here by Kyoko-san. That was only an excuse. I just wanted to go somewhere. Didn't matter where. I didn't need to be this island. Nevertheless, when I saw the pictures that came with Kyoko-san's letter, when I saw the pictures of the island's beauty, it made me think, why not? I wonder why. After getting out of the bath, I headed out into the yard to cool my flushed body. Saw a soft yellow light spilling out from the cracks between the shutters on the shed. Is Kyoko-san working this late? I opened the sliding door and found Kyoko-san looking up from the box that she had been shifting through. Would it be alright for me to head out for a little bit?
どこに？
Just kinda wander around for a bit.
いいんじゃない？
gave me a gentle smile. Still working at this time of night? Must be rough.
私は好きだからいいんだよ。ねえ、見てこれ。
Oh, you just like being the first one to see all this random crap in the boxes, huh? It was a huge ornamental plate. A little sooty, but nevertheless, it depicted a vividly colored slice of scenery. I wasn't a very good judge of these kinds of things, but even I could tell this was some kind of foreign antique. Whoa.
いいでしょ。今日一日かけてすっかり綺麗になったんだよ。
Evidently, that must have been what she was doing here this whole time. I feel kind of bad. I haven't been doing enough to help out at all.
まあ、ぼちぼちお願いするよ。
Before too long, huh? Okay, well, I'll be back in a bit. I rode along my good old pal, the cub. Much like my first night here. The hot, stuffy summer air felt refreshing on my skin as it whipped by me. It's not so bad just to ride without purpose. I don't have to think about a thing. Everything flies by in an instant anyway. Only time did the same. Sometimes, you just want to ride on through. Sure would be nice if you could hop on a bike and just fast forward through each day. But you can only say that because you're young. Once, again, you reach a point where it's like, oh fuck, it's going too fast. Slow down, slow down! And the next thing you know, you're almost 30, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? What's that? I noticed something shimmering towards the beach. Oh, what could it be? Is that the sea shining in the distance? The pale azure light almost looked like the glittering waves crashing onto the shore. I made my way towards it. Got some bioluminescence. Huh? Before I knew it, the blue light was gone. I found nothing but a secluded darkness at the beach. Now, someone was here. Somehow, I could already tell who it was. I've seen that vague figure lingering around the darkness countless times since I got to this place. It was Shiroha. What was she doing at a place like this in the middle of the night? Perhaps having heard the rumbling of my bike, she turned around to face me. Yo! She tensed up slightly.
何してるの？
Just out for a walk.
そう。
Shiroha-san, what are you doing?
なんで知ってるの？白羽って。
We introduced ourselves, didn't we? When we first met. She sank deep into thought.
あ
Looks like she
あ、
remembered.
あなたは灰原聡。
Close. Incorrect. Takahara... I can't even say his name. Takahara Heidi.
坂原。
Incorrect yet again. So, Shiroha-san,
名
you're...
前。
sorry. Maybe that was a bit too chummy.
逆に変だから3はいらない。
What? Oh, okay. Meaning I can just use her name
そ
normally?
れで何？
I guess it would be a little strange to throw an honorific onto their first name. It's like at that point, just use their last name. Huh?
何か聞こうとしてたから。
Yeah, that's right. When I first got here on the ferry, I saw you standing on the pier. Apparently, that was shocking. Well, duh. Anyone would be weirded out by some random dude watching them from a distance. Her guard went up in an instant. No, I mean, it wasn't anything weird. I just happened to see you, that's all. You were standing on the docks and staring at the sky. What were you looking at?
私は鳥を見てただけだよ。
Birds?
うん。あの時。
Shiroha looked up at the sky, as if she were replaying the scene in her mind. Yeah, that's exactly how she looked back then. I was what I saw from afar. Now, it was right in front of my eyes. Strange to think about.
海の上を2羽の鳥が飛んでいたの。
There was no such thing at this time of night, of course. She was merely pinning out a scene from the other day with her
群
words.
れからその2羽だけが離れて、2羽とも翼を怪我しているような飛び方だった。それで、なんだか励まし合うように飛んでいるのを見たの。
I mean, birds do. That's literally why geese honk when they're flying.
別に意味はないけど、珍しいなって思ったから。
Yeah. I instinctively nodded. Her words mirrored my own thoughts at the time. We stood in silence for a moment, gazing at the sky. Shira looked down like she noticed something. Seems like she got embarrassed.
あなたは何しに来たの？こんな島に。
Well, to help sort through my late grandmother's belongings. Although, that might not be the only reason. There's something I've forgotten.
何が？
Somehow, in that moment, I felt like I could put it into words. The reason why I came to this island. That's right, I forgot something. Back home, I was just drowning in the passage of time. I felt suffocated. I wanted to remember. That's why I came. I forgot how to enjoy summer vacation. You see, like... Oh, how do I explain this? When was the most summer break you've ever had?
楽しかった夏休み。
That was a pretty weird question I just blurted out. She hung her head.
小さい時
Mm-hmm.
かな。
Yet she still gave me a timid answer. Yeah. It was totally during childhood, right? Long ago. When I was little. I ran all around in a summer that felt like it would never end. With family, with friends. No matter how much we played, we never ran out of things to do. Every single one of those days, the sun washed us in brilliance. Somewhere along the line, I'd forgotten that scenery. However, they were, indeed, scenes that were ever so familiar to me. This island brings back memories of my childhood. I wonder why. It makes me feel kinda excited.
そう思えるのはきっと。
I was more or less just talking to myself there. I didn't think I would get a response, so I was surprised.
島があなたに合ってるのかもしれない。
What? Of all the things I expected her to say, that was not one of them. It is, huh? This island is a perfect fit for me. I guess that could happen. Like how a person might fit a person. I'm sure you could say the same about an island or a town as well. I hope that's true. We stood there like that for a short while. Across the dark ocean, several faint lights twinkled. The lights of the city, where I came from.
一つ聞きたいことがある。
Yeah? Red dyed her face up to her ears as she struggled to speak. I waited for her to continue with bated
あ
breath.
のね、
Yeah?
翼が傷ついているって何？ あなたは傷ついた翼を癒しに来たっておばあちゃんから聞いたから。
Oh, lady! Those rumors of yours are everywhere now. It's a metaphor.
何の比喩？
A metaphor for having been through a lot. A lot happened, so my wings are broken. And I can no longer soar. That sort of thing.
そんな感じ。
Not clicking, is it?
そういうの辛いね。
something deep within my mind stirred. Her smile, her words, somehow resonated within my memory. These moments, these sights, I know them. Why, though? All this is new to me. How could it be so familiar? How could this girl's moonlit profile make me so sentimental to the point of tears? This must be deja vu.
デジャブ
Don't worry about it.
デジャブ
変なの。
Yeah, I'm sure there's no hidden time loop twist to the story at all somewhere down the road. I'm sure that's never gonna happen. I mean, this is a perfectly normal visual novel. Key isn't known for adding fucking random bullshit magic into everything. I don't see that happening at all here. One day I'll think back to this moment. What a mysterious feeling it was. Feeling like I was looking fondly upon the past, but towards an unseen future. I don't know how it'll feel as I remember, but even so, I saw it. Myself, looking back at this moment someday, to an island I visited for the first time, to a beach at night, together with a single girl who I had only just met, where we looked to the sky, where we spoke of stupid, trivial things that meant the world to me. Across the Black Sea, amid the twinkling city lights, indeed, I saw it. Reminiscing, cherishing, shadow of myself. Why does my screen go black? There we go. Turn on display capture. Woo! Good thing I had that ready to go. You didn't miss anything. Who knows? This might even get the video like copyright struck. So we'll play it by ear. See how it goes. Might get muted in the actual upload, but hey, you know. I think we'll be good though. Most of the time, the video just gets copyright claimed, which I talk about in most of my videos, but the difference between a claim and a strike is, you know, a claim, whoever claims it is the copyright holder, or they're supposed to be anyway, and they just get all the ad revenue. Versus a strike, where the copyright owner says, "Fucking nuke that thing with hellfire, get it off YouTube," and then you get a strike on your channel. And if you get 3 of them, your channel's deleted. That's what happened to my old channel. Well, actually, it happened because there were some more adult scenes in some visual novels that YouTube didn't like, and I was bad at editing back then. I've definitely noticed as far as key visual novels go, this one's definitely a little more horny than the rest. You know, a little more titillating, some might say. Those some being me. Even you know. Factoring in, if I turn off display capture, will it go back to... Yeah, it will. Okay. Weird. Must have been a weird thing with it playing or like loading up the OP, you know, from a .mov file. Strange. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Even like Air and fucking Canon and stuff, where they had, you know, hard, you know, I was about to say hard R, but I'm like, nope, that's not it. Unless the R stands for rating, in which case, yes, 18 plus, you know, sex scenes. You know, all in all, pretty fucking PG as far as, you know, the depictions of the characters and the situations they get into. With this one, you know, we're getting, you know, a little tropey. You know, tropey isn't a bad thing. You know, tropes are there for a reason, but the whole walking in a girl while she's changing so that way we can get some camera work going for the audience. You know, some would even say service for the fans. You know, key VNs don't really do that. Though I suppose, you know, my perspective of key visual novels is from like the late 90s to late aughts. So it's been a while. Some things have changed, you know, some staff, team member stuff. But yeah, we're finally out of the prologue there, so I think that's a good place to call it, because I want to get this up nice and quick. Still before 9. It's like 8:40 right now, so hopefully by like 9:30, 10 Eastern time this will be up. So yeah, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. Check out the Discord in the link, the Discord link in the description down below. And I will see you all next time for the next episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue. Catch you guys all there. Later now. Bye-bye. Mwah.